Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony Holowitz, and in our last tutorial we sent our first email. Now keep in mind we've started up a new Outlook profile which makes Outlook look the way it would look when you started brand new with Outlook. And one of the questions you might be asking yourself is, why does this Outlook look a little different than the Outlook I'm used to? I want you to be aware of the fact I'm going to address that in an upcoming tutorial. But for now, I'm just going to sort of leave it as it is. So let me just talk to you a little bit about the continued theme of sending an email. Well, when you send an email, you can practice sending email all day long by sending email to yourself. And that's what I did. I went up to File. I'm sorry, I misspoke. I went to New Email. And when I clicked on New Email, the email box came up and it allowed me to send an email. And I'll go back to that. But the email I sent to myself is right here. And we have some options. First, when I look on the right-hand side of the screen, we have our view of the actual email right here on the right-hand side of the screen. But when we get an email, we have some options at a minimum. And I'm going to work just with what you see on the screen. When we get an email, we can come right up here and delete it. We can also, if you notice, and this is where some of this stuff gets a little, not necessarily tricky, but you have so many options it can be a little confusing. Over here on the right hand side, when I have my pointer on the email, there's an X, and I can click on that to delete it. So if I want to delete this email, I can click on delete here. I can click on delete over here, or I can just hit the delete key on my keyboard. So there's multiple ways to do the same thing. But a lot of times what I might want to do is I might want to reply to it. So if I want to reply to this email, I'm going to click on this, and you'll see what it does is it takes the contents of the original email, puts it in the body of the email, and now I can reply. So I'm just going to type in here reply 1. And you'll also observe that in the subject field, it also put in RE for regarding test 1. Okay, so I'm just going to click send, and I'm going to send this out. And it also already had put my email address in there. So now what's going to occur when we check our email, and just to get it to move a little quicker, I'm going to come over here to the far right and click on Send Receive All Folders. The email box pops up. I have two monitors, so that sort of went off the screen. But you should see shortly that will come in. It didn't quite come in yet. Let me try that one more time and see if I can get it to come in. Not yet, but it will come in. So now at this point, what I have the option to do is I can delete this email. So let me just click right here, and I'm going to delete it. Now, when you delete an email, it's really not deleted. What happens is it goes into a folder. And at this point in time, I'm going to draw your attention over here on the left. And this pane right here is something that I can expand. And I'm going to click on this arrow to bring it out. And what I want you to observe, that when you do this, it shows us that we have an inbox, we have what are called drafts, sent items, trash, bulk mail, outbox, RSS feeds, send later, and search folders. We can add things to this, and I'm going to get into that. But when you talk about the way Outlook looks on my screen versus possibly yours, typically what I want to see are all of these items right here, because I want to be able to see them. So typically what I'll do is I'll bring my pointer over here, get a two-headed arrow, click, drag, and move into the left just to free up a little space over here. So now we have these folders, which you'll get comfortable with as we start working with this. We have the area where the email will come in, and over here on the right is the preview pane. I'm going to click on send and receive and see if I can get this to come in. It should have come in by now. I don't know why. It's just acting a little slow. Yeah, and for some reason it didn't come in. But on that note, when we come back in our next tutorial, I will show you how to deal with that email. And we're also going to talk about adding what's called a signature to our outgoing email. And the signature is a way to put our information in the email so when it goes out, people that receive our email have good contact information for us. So the next tutorial will be on adding a signature. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tony Holowitz. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day.